Hey everyone, this is MusicTechHelpGuy, and today we're checking out two brand new products from Beyerdynamic. The DT900 Pro X open back headphones, as well as the DT700 Pro X closed back headphones. I've been using the DT900s for the last month or so for mixing, and in that time I've absolutely fallen in love with these headphones. Even though I'm primarily mixing on the CLA-10s and BM-15s you see behind me, I always reference my mixes on headphones. So first, I'll give you my review of the DT900s, the open back version of these. The best way I can describe the sound of these compared to some of my other daily driver phones is that they have a very true sound. The bass is responsive, but not overpowering or muddy. The top end is clear and open sounding, probably more clear and open sounding than any other headphones I've ever used. And these don't have that high-end harshness that you get with some cheaper phones. And the mid-range is really where these Beyerdynamic headphones shine. Prior to using the DT900s, my daily drivers for mixing were the Austrian Audio High X55s, which go for about $349 US, and the Meze Audio 99 Classics, which go for about $309 US. Both the DT900s and DT700s are a bit cheaper at $299 US. The point I'm getting to is that the mid-range on my High X55s and 99 Classics is a bit harsh, especially in the 1 to 5K range. They're not bad by any stretch of the imagination. They're great sounding headphones in their own right, but for mixing, the DT900s are just better. The DT900s don't have that mid-range harshness, which is why the DT900s are my new daily driver for mixing. The high-quality sound of the Beyerdynamics is no coincidence either. Both the DT900s and the DT700s have Beyerdynamic's new Stellar 45 drivers, which produce a very highly detailed sound with a frequency response from 5 Hz to 40,000 Hertz. The other thing I like about the Beyerdynamics is the ear pads on these are this really super soft fabric material. These are hands down the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn. The ear pads wrap all the way around your ear, and even if you have a fat head like me, they're still very comfortable to wear. And the ear pads are detachable too, so you can easily replace these if need be. They come with 2 different lengths of detachable cable, a 6-foot and a 10-foot cable, and they also come with a nice carrying bag. My only real complaint is that I'd like a little more bass in these. I find that for mixing, they don't really give me the bass response that I want. I always feel like I need maybe 1 or 2 dB more of the bass frequencies, but that's just part of the physics of open back headphones. When the back is open, there's less resonance within the ear cups, so you don't get as much bass buildup like you would with closed back headphones. But don't let that one minor criticism ruin these for you. They're absolutely fantastic for mixing. I'd give them a 9 out of 10. Definitely would recommend these headphones, especially if you prefer open back headphones for mixing. So this brings us to the DT700s. From a technical standpoint, they're identical to the DT900s. The same Stellar 45 driver, the same 5 Hz to 40,000 Hz frequency range. The difference here is these are closed back headphones, which ultimately gives you more present and punchy bass response. So you might ask, Josh, why not use the DT700s for mixing if your main complaint about the DT900s is the bass? Well, with closed back headphones, it's not just the bass response that's accentuated in the ear cups. I'm also hearing a noticeable boost to the mid-range and high frequencies as well. These are less open and clear sounding than the DT900s, but they do seem to have a more detailed sound to them. I can hear the transients better with these. Still incredible sounding headphones, I just prefer the DT900s for mixing. So I was going to give these an 8 out of 10 because they're kind of on par with my High X55s and 99 Classics, sound quality wise, but I'm gonna give them 1 extra point and give them a 9 out of 10 as well, and here's why. The ear pads on these are the same ones on the DT900s, and it's a similar material to previous headphones that Beyerdynamic has put out. In my experience, these softer fabric ear pads don't disintegrate and fall apart like synthetic leather or vinyl ear pads do. Even with my Meze 99 Classics, which are 3 years old, you can already see that the vinyl material is starting to crack and flake off. This material is also just not as comfortable to wear, especially when doing a long tracking session in the studio. And the oil from your face and hair can start disintegrating this material within a couple years. So as someone who has purchased many Beyerdynamic products over the years, I'm very happy with the design, build quality, and sound quality of both of these headphones. And I'd highly recommend them to anyone who's looking for an almost premium option for tracking or mixing. I'd recommend the DT900s for mixing for their clear and open response, and the DT700s for tracking, casual listening, or mixing if you like a bit more bass response and a bit more clarity in the top end. If you want to check out the Beyerdynamic DT700 Pro X or DT900 Pro X for yourself, I'll leave some links in the video description below. And as always, thank you so much for the support, and thanks for watching.